was like, do I want it? It's Germany. Hell yeah. Welcome to the block. What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Krishna, and if you're not new to my channel, welcome back to the block. If this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit like, turn your notification bell on, because it's a block party around here, people. Like, before we jump into the video, I just want to let you guys know that, one, I am not a recruiter. I am not sponsored by the military. Everything on my channel it's my personal opinion and also my experience, and the things that I read to you for facts is where I take it out of the regulations, where I read the regulations to you and then form my own opinion. Okay, now that's done, and that's that. Let's go and jump in to the video, and let's talk about this PCS to Germany now, shall we? As from the title of this video, you know, we're going to talk about me PCSing to Germany. All right, I mean, who wouldn't want to PCS to Germany? Oh, hell yeah. In February, I was already in my window to re-enlist. And then in February, you know, I went to go speak to retention. And if you are not affiliated with the military, retention is it's like your guidance counselor who lets you know what your options are of where you can go, where you can live at, where your next duty station is going to be at, etc., etc. So I went to retention, and, you know, I let them know. I was like, what are my options? What are my options right now? Where the Army said are the places that the Army is saying that I can go at right now. So my options at the time was like Fort Polk, Fort Irwin, Fort Hood, Fort Drum, and Fort Drum, Korea, and Alaska. Those were my options. And anybody trying to do all of that? I mean, you know, some people would take one of these options and all that, but I didn't want any of those, right? So I decided to wait. I decided to wait and see what will open up. And personally, I wanted to go to South Carolina, which is Fort Jackson. I wanted to go to South Carolina and go to Fort Jackson, or go to Germany. That's where I wanted to go personally, right? So I decided to wait, and, you know, my retention decided to take what I asked for and whatnot. And she didn't put in the request yet. She was like, you know, just give it a week and see if it changes, and I'll let you know if anything else pop up. So it was like around 5 or 6 days passed. 5 or 6 days passed. Now prepare for this, all right? Just prepare for this. So 5 or 6 days passed. I got a phone call. No, she texted me. She was like, hey, you know, guess what? Germany popped up. Smith Barracks. Do you want it? I was like, do I want it? It's Germany. Hell yeah. So she was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go grab it for you. She took it, grabbed it, locked it, boom. Locked me into it. I went there, signed my contract. Bada bing, bada boom. I got Germany, y'all. Not everybody can say they got what they wanted when they re-enlist, or not a lot of people in the military can say, hey, I always got what I wanted. Some people can, but not everybody. And I was one of the few that ended up getting what I wanted. right? After I got Germany and whatnot, I also wanted my report date to be this year, which is 2020. I wanted my report date to be 2020. Then once you pull it and everything, guess what? My report date was August 20th in 2020. What? Am I in the army? Because right there and then I was getting what I wanted off the bat. I got Germany. I got the report date that I wanted, you know, and then I went and did my sponsorship and whatever, found out the unit that I was going to a transportation unit and whatnot. And I was like, bad. I was like, there is a God. I'm like, am I still in the army? Because I'm just getting good news after good news after good news after good news. Like, and it was legit. There was no clause or a little hidden factor or any type of loophole. Nothing. It was just legit. So after everything happened, you know, you have to go get screened for the you have to go get screened every time you're going to PCS and go overseas. You have to get screened. The reason being is a screening is like to ensure that you don't have any medical issues or anything like that that they need to know about, so that your inbound unit, their facilities can accommodate you and your family if you have medical concerns that needs to be taken care of, right? So, you know, you have to go get screened. You have to go to MTD, you know, sign up your paperwork. Then they're going to give you your packet to go get screened by EFMP. And EFMP is it's basically what I just said, you know, the person who screened you to ensure that you don't have, if you have medical concern, or if you have any, or if your family, more so your family than you, because you know, you're the soldier, everything for you is on file, etc., etc. So more so your family when it comes to EFMP. And I am married and have a child, so my family had to go get screened before we can go to Germany. Now, if my family wasn't coming with me, or if I didn't have a family, I wouldn't need to go through EFMP, because my file and my medical stuff is already on file, so I wouldn't need to go through EFMP at all. So if you're single, you wouldn't have to deal with EFMP or anything, but if you do have a family, you have to go through EFMP and get screened. All right, so my family had to go through EFMP, and we set our appointment and did what we had to do. Then we went and got screened. Some people, you know, end up getting screened at one time by the same doctor in one room, right? But in my situation, my husband got put with a different person, and my daughter, who was, I think at the time she was around 7 months. So she got screened. I was with her getting screened and all that. So after the screening, it was like a week later, because what happened is once your screening is done, then MPD collects the information from EFMP, and then they send it to your inbound unit so that they can process it and see if they can accommodate you or not. So a week later, you know, I went to work, I checked my email, and then I got an email stating that my family sponsorship was denied. I was like, what? So basically they were saying that my family sponsorship was denied, so I have to decide if I want to go to Germany without my family or choose a different duty station. Yeah. Now this is where everything just went downhill. Downhill. Everything just went downhill, right? So I went to, so I decided, you know, I talked to my family, and then we all decided that I should just go, because they'll be able to come and visit me a lot, because the tickets would be like cheaper like it would be cheap in a way of how there's a specific way to do things, especially when you're in the military and all, to get cheaper tickets to go back and forth, right? So we decided to go without my family. So I was like, okay, I called MPD and let them know, okay, I'm going to go without my family. They said, all right, cool, bet. Come down to the office and sign your paperwork so we can go ahead and cut your orders. I was like, all right, cool. I was on CQ that day, right? I was on 24-hour duty that day, and I decided to go there after I get off CQ the following day, because it was like an hour before they closed, and I came home to have dinner and to pick up my dinner and spend time with my kid to go back to CQ, which was the worst mistake I ever made. I should have just went to MPD. Did what I had to do there, and let them cut my orders and verify and seal everything right there, right then. I should have done it, and so I decided, foolish me, decided to wait until next day, because what happened was, the following day, after I got off CQ, I went down there. I went down to MPD, fill out the paperwork that I was supposed to. Then she took the paperwork and she went into the system to go and put it into the system and cut my orders. And then the only thing I hear her say is, oh, your orders ain't there. It got deleted. Say what now? After that, everything just went, right? So after all that, I had to go back to retention, figure out why it got deleted, why I was denied my command sponsorship for my family to come, why did my orders get deleted. All these things are happening and I don't know why, right? So I contacted, went to retention, then retention contacted branch. Then branch basically stated that one of my family members got placed on EFMP the day that they got screened. And I'm looking at them like, say what now? First, what? How? Like, there's nothing wrong with my kid or nothing wrong with any of them. So why any of my family members got put on EFMP, right? So that's when I decided to contact EFMP, and I was like, listen, because you're the service member, so because you're the sponsor, they will let you know of what's going on when it pertains to your family, because you're the person who controls everything. Like, it's under your name, your family's there and all that, but everything else is under you, right? Because they have to use your info to process your family. Okay. So I contacted EFMP and was like, hey, I'm being told that a family member got placed on EFMP, and I don't know how, because none of my family member was on EFMP. I don't understand why any of my family member is on EFMP, and I was in there with my daughter, and my husband didn't say anything about anything like that. So therefore, that's when they told me, oh, on the day that they got screened, my husband got placed on EFMP. I'm not gonna say why or all of that type of stuff, but he was placed on EFMP, and I was like, that don't make no sense and all of that type of stuff. But it was a done deal. They weren't gonna change it. It couldn't get changed, so I had to suck it up. So basically what I had to do was go to freaking retention and renegotiate my contract, because renegotiate my contract, because if I didn't, knowing that my contract already started, if I didn't, I was going to be needs of the Army, and the Army was just going to place me wherever, right? Wherever they want to place me. And I was like, no bueno, we ain't going to do that. We're not going to do that today. Nope. No. So therefore, I went in and renegotiated my contract, and we kind of came to a middle ground. It's not something that I wanted, but it's not something that I wanted to happen in that way, or outcome of where I'm going next, and what my contract is now is not something that I was like, what, that's what I want or whatnot. But it's doable, because it's like a 50-50 where the army gets what they want and I get what I want at this part of what, well, kind of what I want at the same time too. So it was just, it's not the best solution, but it could have been worse is what I'm saying. Cause shit, I could have been going for a poll. I'm not gonna say where I'm going to next because I don't know, because I'll let you guys know, because once everything plays out and I know for a fact that this is where I'm going and this is what's gonna happen, because if you're in the military, you already know these you can be going on a flight tomorrow and they're like, oh, never mind, you going somewhere, you doing something else. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know once I got my orders in hand, walking on that plane, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, then I'm gonna let y'all know where I'm going and all that type of stuff. Moral of the story, I got everything that I wanted. For the first time in my whole military career, I actually got what I wanted, and everything was just perfect. Everything was just great. You know, the year started off great. Like, I was seeing rainbows. I was seeing rainbows. And then it's end of July, and I'm sitting here like, man, I don't even know. Because I'm supposed to be Pcsing next month, going to Germany. We should just throw 2020 all the way away. Like, just throw it in a box, grind it, and throw it in the freaking volcano and just let it go. Just let it go. This year has been nothing but trash, and
it's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop.
I'm just hurt. I feel used, beaten, broken because of that simple fact. I'm still crying about it. I'm not upset as how I was before, but I'm still crying about it. You know, every time, like, that report day keeps trickling in, be like, you know, you could have been leaving today, right? But guess what? No. So that concludes another video, y'all. Go ahead, hit the like button, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. All right? Because every time we come together, it's a block party. Until next time, y'all, it's your girl, Krishna.